heavenly light such as surrounds angels when they appear on earth, anything emitting light, a star, fire because it is light and sheds light, a lamp or torch, light, an example, brightness. So now we've got to talk about brightness. When John described our Lord, Yahushua, he also described a lightness surrounding his body. That's called an aura. People have different auras on them. You could be in a bad mood and you'll have a dark aura. And it'll just happen like that because spirits will jump on you. That's another topic about spirits, but we have to get into all of it, right? Because you want to understand all of it. You should want to understand all of it. Just like when you're eating your food, and this truth is an example to food. When you're eating your food, you don't want to waste nothing. You want to eat all of it. You eat your potatoes, you eat your meatloaf, you eat your green beans, you eat all the gravy, you drink your water, and it makes you feel better, right? But this life is a different food. This life is the kind of food that doesn't go away, and it actually makes you hungry. So if you have a healthy appetite, you can sit there with the Bible, searching up the words, and you'll get fed. It's also exhausting. But it's into verse 2 metaphorically that says God is light because light has extremely delicate, subtle, pure, brilliant quality. The truth and its knowledge together with the spiritual purity associated with it. So now we have to acknowledge a couple of things. The truth has its knowledge together with spirituality. So what would be spirituality? Spirituality would be, somebody comes and tries to fight you, but you don't respond to their aggravation, and you're like, oh, they look at it, we don't need to fight, and then you sort of talk to them, and with the sound of your voice, they kind of get relaxed, right? So going back to verse 20, Matthew 10 and 27, what I tell you in darkness, that speak ye in the light, and what ye hear in the ear, that preach ye upon the housetop. So the housetop, right? Doma, a building, house, a part of a building, dining room, hall, housetop, roof. The housetops of the Orientals were still are level and frequented not only for walking but also for meditation and prayer. So basically, this is like a prayer or a meditation. So what we're doing out here is like we're on the housetop. Everybody can see, right? When you go up to the housetop, you're supposed to go pray, so everybody's looking at us, right? So demo is that word, and that's G1430, demo. That would be building. So in verse 28 would be Matthew 10 and 28, and fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear them which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell. Now remember I said I was going to talk to you about hell, right? That is what a good preacher does. He sets you up to learn the lesson so that you don't fail. Now, my teaching has changed dramatically. The more I get into words, the more I learn and the more it changes you, right? So we're going to look at that word hell. It's G1067. Gahain. south of Jerusalem, where the filth and dead animals of the city were cast out and burned, a fit symbol to the wicked and their future destruction. So, what is hell is just destruction, right? So now we're getting more understanding of what hell is. So this is important because this, let me show you. So right here, I don't know if you can see it, there is the Greek Strong's, and then lower it has the origin to Hebrew, or Hebrew origin. So now we're going to go click on those words, and that first word would be H1516. Yah, valley, a steep valley, narrow gorge. So that's going to happen there. That's the valley of judgment, right? H1466. Gawa, pride and lifting up. And then, so it's just back, right? It's just back. And then H2011, Hinam, valley, deep and narrow ravine with steep rocky sides located southwest of Jerusalem, separating Mount Zion to the north and from the hill of evil counsel and sloping rocky plateau of the plain of Rephaim to the south. So that's actual location. So that's where they're gonna, be for the valley of judgment. So basically, it's don't fear man, because you're gonna be put through different types of testimonies. They're gonna put you through the ringer, and you're not supposed to be afraid. But be afraid of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, because they can destroy your body and your spirit. So now we're gonna go into the end of our lesson, and I'm gonna show you about a book called Obadiah. There's only one chapter in it, but it is prophetic. So, in Obadiah, the first verse, the vision of Obadiah, thus said Lord Yahweh concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. So the first part of that is, so when prophecy is about to happen, or going to happen, or it's planned to happen, first thing that has to happen is a prophet has to see it, because that would be our Lord showing, this is what I'm going to do. Because he can't just explain it, he can't just tell you, because if he just tells you, you're not gonna believe it. And so this vision is about Edom. And I'm gonna jump around. So verse 3, the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? So there you go. Who shall bring me down to the ground? And the answer to that is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 4. Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped? Iconoclasm, he's changing laws, making you respect him as God. So that he, as God, sitteth in the temple of God, shewing himself that he is God. So you people that say racism isn't real, why is Jesus white? Why is his name Jesus? Why did they change so many fucking things? Yeah, I'm about to wrap it up though. So going back to Obadiah, verse 3, the pride of thine heart has deceived thee, that thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks. So that's another clue. The clefts of the rocks, if you go look at Edom, picture of Edom, let's see. Edom, and it will show you these are buildings which are carved out of mountains. These are called clefts of the rock. You see? So those people with the Edomites, oh shit. You just can't get away from the truth, right? There is no getting away from it. So let's see. So you dwell in the rocks, whose habitation is high. What's the highest place of habitation that Esau dwells in? He has a little place called the ISS, or International Space Station, which is just one of them. There's probably more. Verse 4 will tell you, or verse 3 still tell you. Habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Let's see. Who shall bring you down to the ground? So now we're in Isaiah 47. And this is who's going to bring you down. You saw? Isaiah 47 and 1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. So that would be you, Esau. That would be you. Because nobody's ever come to this country and invaded it. Pearl Harbor, but that's not really the heartland or the landmass. Because they're part of it, but it would be like, and then you showed how much you care about it because you attacked back, right? And that's not what possession is about. So there's your answer. In verse 4, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and thou hast set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, said Yahweh Shem Shai. So what's the first thing you say is you're the eagle? What's the biggest eagle? The biggest predatory bird is the eagle, and that's what you call yourself. Also, those F-22 Raptors, F-15s, F-16s, F-14s, F-35s, you call those eagles, iron eagles, right? Now what am I gonna So let's see. Alright. This one's a good one. Verse 8 in Obadiah. Shall I not in that day, said the Lord, even destroy the wise men of Edom, and understanding out of the mountain of Esau? And thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed to the end that every one of the mountain of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. So you Edomites are losing it. When I work out at night, the neighbors across the street are Edomite. And this is an ugly fat bitch, and she has like 4 or 5 Edomite men come into her house, and they're all fighting about her. I don't understand it. She's disgusting. But you Edomite men have lost so much respect for yourself. You're garbage. And the mighty man, O Teman, shall be dismayed to the end that every one of the mountain of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. So we're gonna get that word slaughter. Katal, slaughter. To slay, kill. Okay? And now I'm gonna tell you why. For thy, this is verse 10 in Obadiah, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. So now it's a shame that there's 5 Edomite men fighting for one Edomite woman, trying to put their seed in a low level, no value woman from no level, no value men. You're creating no level children, no value children. So let's see, I'm going to bring an example in because the Lord put this example in here. In verse 11 it says, in that day that thou stoodest on the other side, and the day that the strangers carried away captive his forces, and foreigners entered into his gates, and cast lots upon Jerusalem, even thou wast one of them. So that was when they let Babylon or Syria or Shaka just go through their land of Edom, and you're supposed to be our brother, and you let them take us, and you let them take the southern kingdom. All right, let's see, I'll just get to the end. 18 is I'm gonna close it with 18. Well, actually, I'm gonna start 17 and 18. This is a good idea. But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions. Even that dog wants to see it. That's like cheering me on, bro. Because that dog wants to see it. We have to have an understanding in our brains that we can communicate with animals. Now, I'm just gonna say this, but it's true. It's not part of the lesson, but sometimes animals come up to me, and it makes me feel like a Disney prince, because birds will fly around me, and I'll be feeling like kind of bad, in a bad mood, but then these doves fly around me, and it makes me feel good. Little things make me feel good. But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble. And they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for Yahweh Hashem Yahushai has spoken it. So that will be where I'm going to leave off. So, you know, the house of Joseph shall be a flame, and the house of Jacob shall be a fire. Basically, it's the northern kingdom and the northern and the southern kingdom. Northern kingdom is Joseph, and Jacob is Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. And Esau, you know, you're the Edomites. You're the so-called white people in charge. You know, the Rothschilds, the DuPonts, the blah, blah, blahs, the blah, banking families, the secret motherfuckers hiding. You're not gonna hide. You're being saved for a later day. You're being saved for a rainy day. You know what I like to do? I like to buy bubblegum, those Big League Chews, and I chew them, but I throw them away real fast. But I like to save the last piece for the end of the day. Right? Just a little clue. So, in conclusion, everything that you see on this side of the world is an illusion. And it all has to happen because it has to get destroyed. So if you're going to destroy something, why would you want to, build it out of something superior elements? So you wouldn't, right? So like what I was talking about during the lesson, as these people are gods, we're gonna die like men. Haven't we been dying like men? Slavery, since Christopher Columbus came, well, that's just that part of the Aeon. So Aeon is a part of time in the history of the world. But really, Esau's been killing us since the beginning, since Cain murdered Abel. And we brought the account of where he let the Assyrians or the Babylonians come and sweep these people away in captivity and under slavery. So that's a bunch of times that you done fucked up, Esau. And Esau is originally the white man, but the white man has changed throughout time. Like me, you would consider me white, but I'm not white. See, I'm from the tribe of Israel. I'm from the tribe of Issachar. But that doesn't change the fact that I was dark-skinned when time was before these captivities. You understand what I'm saying? Because we have features, right? Let's say I work out. I get a huge pump. That's because of the genetics from Judah, you know? And really, it's all these tribes get physically fit faster and stronger than their other males. That's just the way it happens. I think I'm on week 6. This is the beginning of week 6 of my workout regimen. I'm not gonna stop. I'm not gonna slow down. I'm just gonna keep going. But I'm not trying to reach any goals. I'm just trying to stay healthy. But by staying healthy, I'm gonna reach goals. Right? That's keeping my mind fresh, keeping myself in the truth, keeping my family safe, keeping my sons in the truth, because I don't want them to grow up to be degenerates. I want them to understand that this is a way of life for us. Just like you Islam people, you Muslims, and I respect you for that. You don't let your sons go out far from you. They have to remain in the ways, right? That's admirable. You know, so we're the Hebrew Israelites, and we come week in and week out, prophesy the downfall of this wicked kingdom called Babylon. So with that, we're going to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem HaKadosh, double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders. Peace, blessing, mercy, and salutation to all the brotherhood out there teaching the truth and sincerity in the name of Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushai. Shalom.